Hello everybody, welcome to MoreBikes.co.uk for this, the Shoei Neotec II. And this is a real exclusive for us. In fact, this helmet has been couriered over to us so we can show it to you first, and for good reason. Shoei is justifiably proud of this helmet. This is the latest flip-up helmet to the range, an update on the Neotec that you might have seen in the shops already. We'll run through the specs. You have to bear with me. You have to have a sheet of information here because it is so fresh to us. But let's start with the main questions that you'll want to know. First up, the weight of this helmet is 1,670 grams, give or take minor changes to that for individual helmet manufacture. So it's about the same weight as a conventional full face helmet. Shoei have pulled off a bit of a masterstroke with that because it's got various things in the helmet that you would expect to make it a little bit heavier, but we'll get to those in a moment. Shell size, the sizes range from the usual very small up to the very large, usual Shoei sizes, and there are 3 outer shells, AIM shell construction, 3 outer shells to make sure that you get the perfect fit with your Neotec II. Prices, because this is what we all want to know. For a plain black, it's £519.99. For a plain colour, so it's this blue, you've got a red, you've got a silver, there's a whole range of colours that you can have, and you can see the details in the article directly below this video on MoreBikes.co.uk. For that, you will pay £549.99. There are 3 colour schemes currently, which are yellow and black, grey and black, and there's a beautiful white, red and black one, and they will be a penny shy of £600, so that will retail at £599.99. Shoei is very pleased with the fact that this helmet has dual homologation. It's the first Shoei flip up to get dual homologation. What that means basically is you ride on the road or wherever you want to on track with the helmet, and it's like this, and it's fully homologated. So perfect, you can ride with it like that. But this is the first helmet where if we just pop this down and you open it up, lock it into position, once the flip up is locked into position, it's also an homologated helmet. First helmet Shoei has ever done with a flip-up dual homologation. So like I say, they're very proud of that, and justifiably so. Right, let's move you around the helmet then, take you for a bit of a tour of it. 3 shell sizes, it's got the improved flip-up. You just saw it there, I'll do it again. Flip-up is accessed by the thumb, so you flip that down and you flip the front of the helmet up. When it's up and live like that, much improved, it's much smoother than you might have used before. It's really nice to use. And then when you get it to the top of the movement there, you just carry on a little bit further up, and you hear it lock into position. It's a 2-stage lock as well. That's what makes it very secure. So you can ride around with your helmet up, flip up, and it will feel very secure on the move. The visor is also changed on the Neotec II. I'll just pop that down. It's not as easy when you're not wearing it. I'll pop it on the table. There you go. Obviously when you're wearing it, you've got the resistance of it being on your head. The visor. All new visor, optimised view out of there as well. It's suitable for the pin lock. This has got a pin lock already fitted in there, you might see. And this is a whole new visor designed especially for the Neotec II. So it has improved sealing around the top and the bottom of the helmet. So when you're riding, it will keep the worst of the weather and the air noise out. In fact, talking of air noise, this has got an integrated vector inside of it, inside of the helmet, to cut down on wind noise. So it's active noise cancelling as you're riding. If you want to change the visor, then it's a pretty standard Shoei effort on that. You just flick it up here, as you can see, and then you pull this down and the visor pops off the side. So there's no external elements to changing the visor. You don't need any tools to do it. You can literally just pull this down and the visor pops off. If you've used Shoei's over the past 5-10 years possibly, you'll be aware of that system. Works very well, especially when you're out riding, even with cold hands. So you can change visors in just a few seconds. You'll have already noticed the different spoilers on the Neotec II. They've got the new design on the chin bar here, and also this beautiful rear spoiler at the bottom, which really adds a certain look to it, and spoiler at the top as well to help wick the air away. Talking of air, let's get onto the vents. There's some vents in the chin bar here, nice and large, as you can see. Vents in the brow, just to keep the air flowing through. And at the back, there are 2 exit vents to draw the air straight out behind you. Now Shoei says, and I'll just make sure I've got this absolutely right, Shoei says there is a dramatically increased airflow in the Neotec II. So it sounds like it's going to be perfect for touring long distance rides, etc., hot days. You could even use this out on the track or something like that. But if Shoei says there's dramatically increased airflow, you can rest assured that there's a big improvement. You will be able to feel it out there. On the inside of the helmet, what I'll do is I'll pop this up so that you can see it. Like I say, it's a bit difficult when you're not wearing the helmet. But on the inside of the helmet, you can see that they have a new, you might be able to see, they have a new cheek pad design. Now this cheek pad design has been put into the Neotec II specifically to act as a noise cancelling. It helps keep the noise down, and at the bottom you can see this is all redesigned here, so that seals almost under your cheek. So when you put the helmet on, it will seal underneath, and then that helps keep the noise down as the wind's flowing around, because the noise that goes under a helmet will keep you almost affected by noise as the noise that's going past your helmet. So they've pulled that in around there with these new cheek pads, and these are active noise cancelling with the integrated vector as well, this active noise cancelling helmet, and the cheek pads really help. Tech wise, well, this is something fantastic for Neotec II from Shoei. This is already set up, almost ready to go, so you can use it with a Sena communication system. Now you'll know Sena. We've reviewed those here on MoreBikes.co.uk, and we're very impressed with Sena. They're a favourite of ours. In fact, when we do our in-helmet reviews, video reviews of motorcycles, they are always on Senas, on the Sena 10C. This helmet, it has the integrated mechanics so that you can run Senas on it as well. You can't really see much to do with that on this helmet without the Sena fitted, but what it does, it means that, I'll pop this back up again, there you go. So the boom mic from a Sena, if you're familiar, will come out here and sit just in front of your face. Pretty standard fare for a flip-up helmet. But if you look on the sides here as well, let's pop that back down. There you go. If we look on the sides here, this triangle here, that's where the forward and back buttons and the select button will be for the Sena unit. So it's designed specifically for this helmet. It will sit here on the sides. You can see that just pops off. And then that's where the Sena controls will be. You've got control functions here on the left, and the helmet has exactly the same mounting system on the right. So that's good to go, ready for a Sena. So you'd buy this helmet, then you can have a Sena fitted. It means there's no bulky units on the outside of the helmet. This is what you see. It will be this svelte as you're riding along, this slim, and there won't be anything extra in there. You can be connected to your Sena, your Bluetooth, your phone. You can do whatever you want, your GPS system. Good thinking there, and a really smart move by Shoei with the Neotec II. Overall, we were hugely impressed with the first look at this helmet. We saw it released at EICMA, and you had to have a bit of a sort of, a bit of an elbows at EICMA to get close to it. But up close now, we can have a real good poke in the prod. We're very impressed by this. Not least of all because of the weight, 1,670 grams, give or take. For individual helmets. Very impressive weight for something like this. The strength, it's got stainless steel pivots for the flip up, so it's got the integrated strength in there as well. The dual homologation, homologated if you ride with it like that, ride with it with a flip up, but also just because of the way it looks. I mean, look at that, that's a flip up helmet. I reckon that's pretty good, pretty stylish. Of course, you do have the sun visor, I should just say that, sun visor is just operated here, so you slide that and it pops down. Slide it pops up. It's a lovely motion, and the Shoei sun visors are among the best out there on the market. But for a helmet, I mean, that looks absolutely kicking. Really, really nice. And also how narrow it is. As you can see, if I turn it from the back, you'll probably get a better idea. So if I turn the back to you there, you get some sort of idea of how slim that actually is on profile. Like I say, 3 shell sizes. So you can get the perfect shell size for the perfect fit for you. But that's it really for the Neotec II. Brand new from Shoei. After we finish this video, it's being couried off to somebody else abroad so they can have a look at it too. But we thought we'd take these 5 minutes and just show you this helmet first here on MoreBikes.co.uk. You can buy a Shoei Neotec II for wherever you can normally buy Shoei. If you have any issues at all, please contact their distributor Feridax. They will tell you where your nearest Shoei dealer is. But that's it for the Neotec II. We reckon it's a really good helmet. Coming onto the market pretty soon near you. Price pretty much up there for what you would expect to pay for a top of the line Shoei, and we can't wait to get out and ride in one when we get a production version of this lid. So that's it, the Neotec II. MoreBikes.co.uk says try it out. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for plenty more.